What's going on, everybody? Above Average Cody here, coming at you with another Friday vlog. It is 7:36 p.m. on Thursday night. I learned that I cannot record these Friday because I don't have enough time, as mentioned in one of the other vlogs. I don't know if it was the last one. That's why I got Pokemon card hunting and stuff, so I started recording these things Thursday. And, so, first off, I didn't know what I want to talk about today, but today I want to talk about what I do for work and what I've done for work in the past. Obviously, YouTube, I'm not getting paid to do this. This is strictly for fun right now, but we're close to 1,000 subs, so be sure to subscribe. But I'm going to talk about what I do for work, what pays the bills, what allows me to get the things to provide good content for you guys. But the reason I'm going to do that is because it's late. I am extremely tired. The NFL draft is about to go on, which I'll be watching, and I'm probably going to stay up late like I always do, and I have to be up early tomorrow, and that's why I look dead, because I don't sleep enough, but I work every morning. And, yeah, so let's get into that little topic of conversation. So, I'll start with what I currently do for work, and basically, guys, I'm a custodian. That's right, no secret. I mop floors, basically. But not as much as I used to when I started this job. Basically, I used to be second shift, but now I'm first shift. And first shift, there are people in the building that I work at. And basically, there's less cleaning to be done because the people who are making the mess are there. So you clean up when there's a mess rather than cleaning up the day's mess. But anyways, let's start back at the beginning. So my first job, I actually did custodial work in high school. Basically, I got to do a sweet 2 hours after school every day, basically just doing whatever the head janitors wanted me to do. So if they told me to vacuum that floor, I went and vacuumed that floor. If they told me to watch that paint dry, I watched that paint dry. But that was basically like a part-time job, and that was for minimum wage. But let me tell you, it was sweet. It was where I went to school, so I didn't have to commute or anything. I literally got out of school, and then I did my work. It was super easy, guys. It was easy money. They didn't, I don't even remember what minimum wage was at the time. I think it was like $8 when I first started working. Oh my God, I'm an old man now. But, and yeah, so after that, I graduated. You can't keep the job after you graduate because it's counted as a work study, so it's not like an actual job. You're kind of like a student learning something. I don't know how it works exactly. But then I went to GNC. You've seen me do a lot of supplement videos. You see I do energy drink reviews every week. I used to work at GNC, General Nutrition Center. That was actually pretty fun for what it was. As much as I've shown my distaste for GNC in the past, it was a fun job. I had a super cool manager. Shout out to Dan. You may watch this, you may not, but big shout out to Dan, one of the best homies. Lucky enough to meet him through working at GNC, and it was not bad. I worked in a pretty dead spot. But basically, I'll talk about what you did, and you sold supplements to people, old people, young people, middle-aged people, all kinds of people, weight loss, protein, all that stuff. I learned a lot. I was massively into working out, bodybuilding, if you will. I loved working out. I was way more dedicated than I am now. I still love working out, just, again, not as dedicated to that grind. But I feel like I'm such a monotone. This is such a boring video, guys, but I am so tired. It is tough recording during the week. That's why, as I mentioned in my Why Am I So Busy vlog, that I record a lot on the weekends because I don't look dead. I don't have all the stubble going from the long day, and just I can be more exciting. But so yeah, GNC, I did that for 2 or 3 years, I think. And then I actually, towards the end of GNC, I got an on-call job doing custodial work somewhere else. So I was an on-call janitor, and they had multiple buildings. So they would call me up and be like, "Hey, yo, Cody, do you want to clean this building tonight for 8 hours and we'll pay you a little over minimum wage?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I'll do that." So I kind of stayed in the custodial line of work. And then eventually, the place that I worked at in high school was like, "Hey, bro, we had somebody retire. Do you want a job?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah, I want a job." So they brought me on. I did part-time for a long time, a few months, and then eventually it felt like I wasn't going to get the job. And then eventually they gave me that job. So, and I'm playing with my freaking SD card reader while I'm telling you this. But, so they gave me that job. Finally, I was able to quit the other 2 jobs. So at one point I had 3 jobs because I was working the GNC, I was working the on-call job, and then they were like, "Hey, you want a part-time job?" But I didn't know I was going to get full-time at that time. So I had to keep the other 2 just in case, because you're not going to sell your car before you have the new car, you know what I mean? Because then you can't drive. But So eventually I got the full-time job, and now we can talk about what I do for work now. So when I started that job, I was second shift full-time. So basically I worked 1:30 to 10, and because 8 hours work, we got a half-hour unpaid break, so that tacks on a half hour of work. Basically, you get one section of the building, and you clean it. So literally, I'd have to get everybody's trash. I'd have to clean the bathrooms that people use. I had to sweep the floors. I had to mop the floors. Literally a janitor, bro. Just a janitor. It's not bad, though. It's the best thing I could say about the work is, one, the place I work at does treat their employees well, so I am grateful for that. And then, it's not stressful work. If there's one big takeaway to get from being a janitor, one, the pay is not as bad as you think. You don't get paid peanuts. There's obviously a minimum wage they have to pay you. And then you don't take anything home with you. You know, you're not going to take the mess home. You don't have to clean it at home. My house is a mess. Look at that. You guys have probably seen my room. It's a mess. Don't look at it. But you don't take any stress home with you either. It's a very not stressful job. I'm able to come home and do fun stuff like YouTube, guys. I'm able to make you guys videos. I'm able to stream games to you guys. And you may be like 1:30 to 10. That's in the window when you stream, Cody, on second shift. But I actually switched to first shift this year because of COVID. Due to some circumstances, nobody wanted it. And so me, being the low man on the totem pole, was able to get it. And I decided to want it. I originally wanted first shift, and that's how I was able to do the afternoon streams, all these uploads late at night, all these things like this. I think it'd be way harder. There is a chance, I guess, that I go back to second shift in the future. Being the low man, I'm pretty sure anything could happen to me. But I'm hoping to stay on first shift so we can keep this normal schedule. But on first shift, basically, it's more just doing things that need to be done. It's a little bit more of a maintenance job at that point, but I don't get taught a whole lot, so I don't get to work on things. I don't get to fix things. But it's work, guys. That's about all there is to it. But basically, I want to tell you guys, I'm a freaking janitor, essentially. That's what I do for work. It does pay the bills. I got a cool car. I got a cool computer setup. I got a nice camera so I can do these cool videos for you guys. And yeah, I could go into more detail on what I do for work, but my main utensils are a mop bucket, a broom, and a vacuum, and some paper towels and some spray, and that's about all that's all there is really to it. I could go into detail, but there's no point in me rambling about being a custodian and cleaning bathrooms and stuff. It'd be cool if I put a story. What's the worst thing I ever encountered? Without being too graphic, let's just say girls' restroom, in the toilet, under the water. I'll leave it at that, guys. That's probably the worst thing I would encounter. There really isn't anything too crazy. I mean, the bathrooms I had to clean in our part of the building, it's not really that bad. I won't give you all the details on what I clean necessarily, but yeah, luckily I got a section of the building that was not that bad. I've heard a lot of horror stories. I've had to clean up oranges and milk exploded over other people's bathrooms because if somebody's out, we have to clean their section, and sometimes it's a busier bathroom than my bathrooms, and bad stuff happens. Worse stuff happens than in the bathrooms I had to clean. But that's really all there is to it. I could go into massive detail, but it's really not worth it. It's a quick, not very exciting vlog for this week. I promise I have a fantastic one planned for next week. I will not tell you what it is, but I will give you a hint. It involves baby animals. Baby animals, guys. Just keep that in mind for next week. Down below, if you have any questions about what I do for work, how bad the job is, what I plan to do in the future, let me know down below. I'm obviously always open. I reply to every comment unless it's something like genuinely out of the blue and I don't really have a witty reply for it. Then I'll leave it. But yeah, guys, I think we're at 930 subscribers now, so that's 70 away from 1,000. So be sure, if you're new here, there is no shot anyone is new here and has watched this far in this video, but if you have, go down below, subscribe. But all you other above average gang members, I shouldn't say gang members, I feel like that sounds bad. All you above average followers, go down below and leave a like on the video, and that's all I got for this week, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Next video will be tomorrow, the energy drink review, and an earlier in the day stream because I'm hanging out with some friends in the later afternoon / night or whatever. Okay, bye, guys.